Hello everyone and welcome back to the Prog Hat channel. This is my first video. January 1st, 2024. Happy New Year to everyone out there. I wanted to come back and do a video. My video is about one of my favorite progressive rock band, Jethro Tull. But before I get into what I want to talk about, Jethro Tull, I want to share a little bit about the box sets and one that I listened to. I've been off for almost 2 weeks, I believe, and today is my last day and then back to work. So it's been a very nice vacation. No schoolwork to do anymore, which sometimes I feel like I need to be doing something, but no, it's over, and now I can concentrate more on family life, doing stuff around the house, spending time with my family, my wife, my daughter, her family, and making videos and listening to music, which I've been doing since pretty much the whole time I've been off. A couple of things that are coming up for me in this month. In about 14 more days will be Prog Hat's birthday, and I forget how old I'm going to be this year. And I'm also looking forward, this month I should be getting my diploma from South Texas College, so I'm looking forward to that. And I made me a couple of, what do you call them, New Year's resolutions. I'd like to keep on being more positive, staying away from negative people, pretentious people, narcissistic people. Stay away from them. Another thing I like to do, if this year, I gotta watch the pennies. 6 blind buys of new albums, where I just see it, and if it looks interesting enough, I'll get them, either through a trade or if I save some money. Looking to add some more Tull things to the collection, and I'd like to read more. Last year I was reading so much of, textbook stuff and researching and that kind of thing, that I started books and I didn't finish them. I'd like to read some more of this one right here, where some of this that for this video I used. This is a Jethro Tull. This is every album, every song. This one is really, really my favorite, real good. And one thing I can mention right here, this is an album of theirs called Roots to Branches, Jethro Tull. I love that album. I don't know where my CD copy of this, I might have gave it away, but I'm hoping this one and Crest of a Knave, is that how you say it? Crest of a Knave. I'm hoping they don't get the, what do you call it, box CD edition like these, like this one. This is what I'm going to talk about. I hope they do. Those are 2 albums that I really like. Despite what Lars and Metallica said, being unhappy that they didn't get heavy metal of the heavy metal album of the year. Like the Rolling Stone says, you can't always get what you want. There you go. But anyway, not to try to sound like, but anyway, yes, I plan to get some more of that. I believe the next one I want to get is Iron Maiden, the Moody Blues. I really enjoy reading this. It's about music, about albums and their albums, and it's been really, really good. So with that being said, before I get into talking about Thick as a Brick, it's not a really in-depth review or anything. I'm mainly just talking about the music, how much I love these box sets. The music on these are so great. Here are some other ones that I got in 2023. Couple of my favorites right now. Jethro Tull A. I love this Broadsword and the Beast 40th Anniversary Monster Edition, which this has also been done as a vinyl LP box set. But this thing is loaded, and I really love the demo recordings, disc 3. I love the further assorted recordings with the stereo mix done by Steven Wilson, and the assorted recordings of early 1981 sessions. Awesome, awesome. And I understand why I can see why they go to Steven Wilson to do the job on these. They're so good. They come with these. Of course, the CDs are not in here because I'm still listening to those and planning to come back and talk about those. But they come with these. You can't get anything better. These books are just loaded with just stuff in them. As I'm trying to hang on to one that doesn't slide off my knee. But, I mean, just loaded with just great photos, interviews. I mean, you can just spend hours just listening to it. It's just like getting a box of the whole period, that whole session, the tour, the music, the live recordings. It just like puts you in that era. You see why these are so classic, and they're so essential and need to keep continuing being printed. And what by that, me saying that, I hear that they're planning to reissue these again. The ones that went out of print, and I really hope so that they do, because the one I would like to get is Minstrel in the Gallery. Hopefully I said that right. I have the single CD of it with the bonus tracks. So I'm hoping to that if they reissue that, and War Child, I'd love to get those too. But with that being said, I'm talking about Jethro Tull, and I'm talking about Thick as a Brick was another one that I got towards the end of 2023. I love that album. Here's my old school copy. And then, of course, right here, the LP copy with the cool newspaper. And, yeah, I was listening to this quite a... This is just... I mean, what else can I really say? I mean, that others haven't said. It's such a great, progressive, epic album. You know, but I'll talk a little bit about it and some things I learned that I didn't know about it. Here's War Child 2. I don't know if that's on CD, but that has a lot of rarities on here that are just so good. It has one of my favorite instrumentals called Quartet, which says it was first released on Nightcap double CD 1983. I don't know if I've ever seen that or know about that, but this is really good. This was a congratulations for a graduating gift from my daughter. She picked this for me. I didn't have it. I simply love it. It sounds awesome. It really, really, really does. But anyway, I'm going to share some thoughts, not very, and like I said, in depth, thick as a brick. I know I said that, but let me just tell you one of my favorite things about the Thick as a Brick. But let me just show you. I picked this up, and you could probably get this on Amazon. Amazon marked this down pretty good, under 28 bucks with shipping. Sent it to me. I didn't have this, and now I'm so happy to have it. It's the 40th anniversary set. This thing sounds remarkable. The first disc of the original album remix. Oh my goodness. It sounded really amazing. I haven't got to listen to the DVD side of it, but I don't think I can have any justice in listening to a 5.1 DTS because I don't have that kind of setup. But I could probably enjoy what I can get out of it, which I probably will, maybe this coming weekend. But like I was talking about the packaging, they're real nice. I love this. The way that font looks for that. And at the beginning of this, they replica the newspaper with these, I find them kind of silly articles. I understand that Ian Anderson is a fan of the Mighty Python. And it just and it feels like newspaper. It's just really, really credible, good quality paper they use for these. You got the classified as in here. I mean, just some silly, funny things in here. Here's one of my favorite photos in this. There he is, the master, the rocking Ian Anderson and Jethro Tull. If that's not prog, I don't know what to tell you. But like I said, going through this, they even have these really cool, tells you little contents page. It's really awesome to look it out. I got to be careful. There is some nudity in this, so you get the full story, which I plan to read that. Jethro Tull, the full story. This album was made like in 2 weeks before they were going to go back out to do an American tour. Wow, to put an album like this in that short a time span? I mean, that's incredible to me. Do you even have like articles like Robin Black, engineer on Thick as a Brick, talks about it? I plan to read that. I'll read a little bit from here. It says, we recorded and mixed at Morgan Studio 2 using Cathodic desk. I think the multi-track was 3M. The 2 tracks were Ampex AG440. We use a lot of value microphones such as a Neumann, which I think I have a microphone of that, but you get these kind of articles and they are fascinating to read. I mean, you get a lot. You get this interview with Eric Brooks, tour manager, which is, haven't read any of that. What else do you get? You get the 1997 interview, Ian Anderson looks back. I mean, like I said, these things are just full of, you could spend, I don't know, months and just enjoying that. Then you get the Tull on tour schedule. And I had to look in there because I had to know if they came into Texas in '72. I've never seen Jethro Tull, but I love the people who leave me comments who've seen them. They came to 3 places in Texas: Dallas, San Antonio, and Houston. Man, that would have been mind-blowing to me. The album starts off with this the lyrics that I like for the beginning of part 1. It kind of gives me a chill, but I just love the line that he says at the beginning, and that's, really don't mind if you sit this one out. And I wrote that down to make sure I quoted that right. I just love the way that starts off the whole progressiveness of the album, part 1. I mean, what a lyrical way with that nice flute playing and just dun dun. I mean, you hear that, you better get ready because you're going to go on a roller coaster ride here in this album. Let's see here. Of course, Thick as a Brick is an album where it has 2 long suites and it's just really progressive. I like what that book says. You get a dose of dynamic folk rock, and that's true. It's just real powerful. The band is so tight. They're feeding off each other. You get into the music, and I'm just mind blowing. I'm just with the sound and just how tight these guys were, how they kept on building on their songwriting and their playing, you know, from Aqualung, Thick as a Brick. It just kept on progressive. Even the later albums, I really do like that. One of the reasons for this album, the book mentioned that Ian Anderson saw, he said he saw the pretentiousness in bands like ELP. His response to the critics were, okay, you want the mother of all overblown prog rock epics? We'll give it to you. That's what he said, in quotes. And that's what they did. But they delivered such an album that's just, it's so good. I mean, the music, it just keeps on carrying you. For me, I want more. I'm like, bravo, keep going. The album takes you to new heights. Martin Bare's guitar playing, oh my goodness. I know I've said this in other videos. I want to take my guitar and just give it to somebody else because that guy's incredible. He's one of my favorite guitar players. I follow him on Facebook. At this time, there weren't too many albums like this. So you might want to go check that out, and I'm sure somebody might correct me. That's fine. And there weren't a handful of albums like that. I mean, there were albums coming up like King Crimson Lizard, Van Deer Graph Generators, A Plague of Lighthouse Keepers. I love that. But Thick as a Brick predates and possibly encourages those other bands. Maybe. I don't know. We would see. I mean, later on, Close to the Edge came out. Supper's Ready by Genesis. All great progressive rock albums. Like I said, if you can, maybe I mean, I can't really tell you where to start with these, but this one right here I'm just so glad to have it in the collection. I've been listening to it. It's the music that brought me into 2024, along with some other progressive things that I've listened to. But my main focus is Jethro Tull, the album Thick as a Brick. I'm not telling you got to go out and get these, but they are good. And if you want more Tull, for you fans out there, these can fill your bowl, you know. That's the only thing I can really say. I hope you like this video. I enjoyed making this video. I want to say thank you to all those on the last video who wished me a happy new year. Greatly appreciate it. I'll see you soon sometime this week, and we'll see where the journey takes me. Take care, everyone, and have a great New Year's.